Oh, yeah.
Hey, what the fuck is up?
Oh, yeah. Jimmy's mom. Jimmy's mom. Jimmy's mom's got it going on.
Hello.
Hey, what the fuck is up, y'all? We fucking living it up over here.
You just gotta immediately bring the BDE into the show.
What?
the BDE, dude.
What about the BDE?
Big lightsaber energy.
Big dark side energy.
Yeah.
The big dark side energy, bro. Yeah, just
Let's
getting
go.
on your camera, just gonna flop it on the desk
no.
right there, bro. Just like that.
Laying it down.
Anyways, how we doing, yo? Everybody, it's ZUDECAST episode. What episode are we on, boys?
This is 38, but I almost thought it was 37 because YouTube decided to take down our last episode, and this is the third video in a row. That they,
You thought we were playing. You thought that I was a joke when I put us on red alert. Do you notice the amount of red in my outfit, by the way? I'm on red alert, bro, okay?
Damn.
We are out here under attack, brothers, against our free speech. Nah, but I mean, it's just weird. It's just weird. But, you know, we're trying not to let it bog us down. We're just going to keep pumping out content because you ain't even ready, YouTube. YouTube's going to love us in some point. At some point. It's going to, if not love us, respect us. It's going to be like a relationship with a parent, you know, where you just come to terms with each other and just accept each other's existence.
Yeah. Susan, I did not mean what I said the last episode. I was upset. I was in a bad mental place, and I deeply apologize to Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube.
I'll eat that ass,
I felt
girl.
that
Let me
shit,
tell you
though.
what. I'll eat that ass, girl.
Yeah.
Just let us keep our show.
Just listen, I don't even, we've given up on the idea of making money, but just let us keep it on the site. At least that would be cool. Please. Yeah. If it pleases the crown.
They
Could
like preemptively got that one too.
Those sons of bitches.
Which ones?
Yeah, Carmageddon, the last episode. Man, those bastards, because
Two based.
when we started using this multi-platform streaming service, YouTube stopped automatically marking videos as not being suitable for children, and that's a big no-no on YouTube.
Yeah.
That violates the law, so
Yeah,
I can
we-
understand that they got our video for that one, but then
Yeah.
I went out of my way to make sure.
You know who's
They
not
took it
suitable
down.
for children? That SUV.
Oh my god.
That SUV that just goes around with nobody in it, just committing crimes. Oh.
Man.
So
Automotive homicide from beyond the grave.
Man. What a okay.
it was a transformer. That's what it was
bro.
in Wisconsin.
These goddamn trans.
That makes shit.
He's a transphober, bro, not a transformer, bro. So
It's a
I
Zood,
misheard.
right.
My bad.
It's not a him or a her car. It's
a
Zood.
czar.
it was
It's
a
czar.
Zotomobile.
But you know what the transformer's name is? Omicron.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's-
that's
that's
all coming together in one big sort of upside down pyramid clusterfuck.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know, man. That seems pretty detached from reality. I think that at some point, and I think we think it might have already happened, actually, that at some point when it comes to all this conspiracy shit, you're going to hit a point of no return, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You either get detached from reality or you detach your eyes from their fucking sockets.
Yeah,
That is what happens.
I think so, too. So for... just so you guys have more context when we're talking about, we're gonna break down this conspiracy board later on today, and we've been meaning to just dig into some of this shit, anyways.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a spicy one, and with the way that YouTube's watching us, they might not like it. So let's just-
Especially considering that they are the main topic of our entire show today.
That is correct. And yo, I am Crispy Grooves, of course, Chris Paisley. You know me. Hey, we got the little thingy down there. Look at that. Boop, bada bing, bada boop. And we got Eli Garcia over there. Adrian Grody.
How we
Hit 'em
doing?
up. Hit 'em up.
Adrian Grody. I make comics and I skateboard and I make music and I make the rap music and I do little edits on my phone and I post them on Instagram like a mentally unwell person.
Hell yeah.
Like
We'll be
Dwayne
talking-
Peters.
we'll be
Like
talking a
Dwayne
lot about
Peters.
us.
Shout out Dwayne Peters.
Yeah. Shout him out to betterhelp.com.
there you go.
And then, of course, we got Bobby Beans over there.
What's good?
You're blending into
Where?
the chair.
Hit me
Where's
up on
my-
Instagram. If you want to learn how to stream or do shit on OBS like this, or learn how to make music, or you need some videos edited, go send me a DM and let's chat about some shit.
You will learn how to blend into chairs like that. Look at him.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
back.
dude.
Look at him. Come on. I can't see his entire middle, bro. He's just like camouflage mode,
John
bro.
That
Cena
was
energy.
purely like a coincidence. I
You
did not
can't
plan
G me,
this.
bro. You can't G me.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the letter G does not exist
Yeah.
anymore.
Ooh, that's
it's been
right.
retconned from history.
That's right.
Yeah.
And of course, we got Ethan back there running the boards.
Hey,
doing the things. All right.
Oh, look at him.
Woo!
Plant
Overclock that shit.
playing God over there.
Giving
Hell
our,
yeah, dude.
our viewers an epileptic fit, but
Yep.
that's good.
All right.
That's this whole show is an epileptic fit.
I just get out of your mind. No, sorry to all my epileptic people in the audience. I'm so sorry.
We're
sorry.
It's bad.
You know, if the CEO of YouTube steps down, which it seems like all of the tech CEOs are stepping down, I vote that Susan Wojcicki be replaced by Jizzball, our homie.
Our homie Jizzball. Shout out
Yeah.
Jizzball. Dude.
Jizzball, you don't know us, but we know you.
I know we didn't want to dox Jizzball, so we didn't include some of his epic photos from his Facebook page, but we found his Facebook page, and we are a fan of this boy.
It's pretty easy, yeah.
He's a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
we're gonna jump right into it here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I know you got a little bit of a promo piece for yourself.
Yeah,
here.
shameless.
Had to put it at the
shameless
first
self-plug.
first frame.
Gotta
there.
do it. I just to get it out of the way, man. It's the cover for the Cosmic Lore Book 1. I'm working on it. I'm using all kinds of new ideas and skills on my computer, so I'm excited.
I particularly like the texture in the background. It really helps separate things out, and the way it's just kind of like, blended in over the top. Still gives it some like depth and dimension.
Yeah, I'm trying to use all like different like layers and programming shit. Like I got like a picture of space in the background and like some stock planet pictures for the planets in the background and shit too.
I can see
and,
you're
like,
definitely taking some like sci-fi movie poster inspiration from this one with
Yeah,
like the placement and
definitely.
stuff.
yeah, it's all
Some
supposed to be.
Dune, some Dune vibes,
Yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars vibes.
Yeah, it's like the movie poster and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be the cover, So like the So
I
I'm-
like the trippy colors in the back, or the trippy, that kind of pattern shit you got going on. It reminds me of, where it's like, look at this, it's so psychedelic, like that Animal Collective album. You know what I mean? Where it's
Oh,
like got
yeah.
the patterns on it, and then it starts looking all wavy.
right.
What the fuck, dude? This is crazy when you're 13.
That's what I want
That's the
people to
vibe.
read the Cosmic Lore. Like this
That's
is
the vibe.
crazy when you're 13.
Hell
like
yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Physically
right.
or mentally.
Right? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Shit.
Um,
All right. Yeah,
Cool.
so that's that. I'm excited. I'm not done with it, but we're getting there.
Yeah, speaking of 13 mentally, we do have the fucking, there's that Grimes video we
Oh
can
my
watch
god,
too.
dude. Yeah, fucking
Nice.
Grime talking about wealth redistribution through gaming, bro.
Sounds like
Just-
gamers rise up,
I
but
think
it sounds
so.
too good to be true.
Yeah.
I don't
Damn.
believe it.
Well, she's probably gonna try to combine it with the metaverse, bro. And then people will be they'll like live as like second class citizens in the metaverse, bro. Be like meta citizens
think-
versus like regular people, bro. You
Yeah.
could do like you'll get your shit paid for, you'll get UBI, you'll get all this shit, but you'll have to be like a meta citizen, bro.
It's like that Black Mirror episode almost. I think what the new norm with the metaverse is going to be is just this massive push to convert like the average citizen into a content creator and like a means of funneling advertisements to other people. It just makes it more effective that way if everybody's like on this platform where they can just create things on on a whim or review things as an avatar or something. I'm already seeing this
Yeah.
kind of stuff pop up too.
Yeah,
It's kinda-
imagine being some kind of content creator slave that doesn't even get paid to do it, and yet they're still recommending things in pop culture and things like that. That'd be dumb.
Well, like in the Black Mirror episode, just as a like quick tangent, they're all like underground slaves, and they live under the city of
Oh.
content creators and movie stars and television stars or whatever. And this guy, basically makes this girlfriend, and he pays his way out to escape because they basically have to ride these fucking
bikes. Yeah, I remember
exercise
that
bikes
one. Yeah.
to get points to buy things with. So he buys her way out of this, prison encampment to go be a TV star or whatever, and she ends up just like getting railed by dudes on camera.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
he
that
just
was like the
goes
only-
like,
that was
I
like-
have not seen
That was
this.
like the only option that there was. They're all like, come on, we didn't like, we fucking, like, it was like a talent show, and they're all like, oh, you're a pretty face and you can sing, but like, come on, like, we need some new, something new here, yeah, fucking, and the dude, it's, what's his name from Get Out is the actor.
Yeah.
And he fucking and then he fucking regrinds again and by his way out, and then he
Which
fucking
guy is John Boyega? Or
no, not John.
Boyega. No,
You
John
racist,
Boyega.
bro. No,
What's the other guy?
I forgot his name.
The fucking not John Boyega. Yeah. Damn it.
It's the main black dude
The
character.
black dude character.
Yeah, from Get Out. Yeah,
I forget his
What
name.
the fuck is his last name?
I forget.
But yeah, the whole point is he fucking.
I know. I
like,
shouldn't name random black people. I'm like, is that Obama?
Jesus Christ.
But he ends up paying for his escape, and then he becomes his own TV show star just being railing against the state and the whole system. So it just
There's a
kind
lot
of
of
ends up
ra-
being this like ironic ending where he
Oh,
becomes
shit.
a pawn of the system that he was
Bro,
trying to fight.
Damn.
It's like
He's railing against the system while his girl's getting railed.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
that's,
and
that's
dude-
a double penetration.
oh my god, bro! And he tries
director
he
of
tries he
photography.
holds them all up, bro, because he makes like this big old stand and he has like this epic like speech, because he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself on air, bro. Spoilers for Black Mirror. That's like a
old.
fucking
It's old.
that's like almost a 10-year-old episode at this point. So, yeah, man, that's a classic. I kind of do feel like we're starting to get on some weird. I mean, we are. I mean, Black
Yeah.
Mirror is like
We're living it.
It's like actual science fiction, you
Yeah.
know, where it's like using actual shit that's like starting to come up.
Well, how much easier is it to control people when everybody's in the public spectrum? Everyone's a content creator, and now you have all these like social credit score measures cracking down. It's so easy to ruin someone. In fact, more so if they're not just isolated in a forest somewhere living, a simple life. Everybody's,
Right, because then
trying
it's
to
like
review
that.
products and
Uh-huh.
sell something to somebody else.
Well,
And
because then it's like that other episode too, where she has literally the score, and it's like once you're down below a certain
Yeah.
score, it's like, oh, you can't fly. Oh, like you're pissing everybody off. Ooh,
Yep.
like
We're
and you
getting
have
there.
to be fake as fuck just to like make everybody like review you good, which is kind of again where we're at too. Everybody's fucking can rate you on shit. Like,
so that's my thoughts on the metaverse. It's just kind of one of those like catalysts for the next,
Yeah.
the next
end.
dystopian.
I'd rather
era
have
that
the
we're about to
Greek-
enter.
I'd rather have the Greek version. That's the Fediverse.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
start
so down
sprinkling
with
that.
the matzo verse, bro.
Yeah.
Into the matzo verse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so good.
hell yeah,
That's Italian.
that's Italian.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shit to talk about today.
Yeah,
so
we
let's
gotta-
get into
let's
the
keep
Zudes
rolling.
with the news, dudes. Zudes with the news. Zudes with the news. It's time. We got some real fake news for you today, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, but what you said about content creators is crazy though, because I just watched the episode of Ryan Long's podcast, The Boys Cast.
Yeah.
Very similar to the ZUDECAST. I wonder where we got that idea.
Huh.
But they had the dude Anomaly on, and they were talking about how they should just call all like journalists or like TV journalists content creators now and see how mad they fucking get.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
just, like Brian Stelter and Rachel Maddow should just become content creators, because it's basically what they are at this point.
Yeah.
I would call them content creators if they had any of the fucking like depth or like
Well, if they had any like the creative like sway, like there's nothing in it
Yeah.
that defines it as them. Like
That's
even
true.
if they
Maybe-
were gone, it would still be like a corporate like constructed like
Yeah.
presentation.
I
like,
mean, maybe one day that might have been true, or like one day in the past, but I think
Yeah.
now it's just so controlled that
Those guys couldn't make a fucking slideshow like this to
No.
save their lives.
they fucking couldn't.
Look at this.
they're like,
This is handcrafted artisanal podcasting.
Can we
okay?
bring back BBC Pigeon?
Oh,
we do need to bring
Oh,
back
he's-
more people.
He's right there. He's right there.
He's in the
top
back.
right corner.
In the back
yeah,
right corner.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, and so is
That's
Pepe
true,
Le
BBC
Droog in
Pigeon.
the other corner. But it's just it sucks because BBC Pigeon they want to keep our Afrikaans down. You feel me? And that's Afrikaans with a K and a double A. By the way, I learned some terrible things about Africa Bombada today that really broke my heart and made me question my life. But it's
See,
fine.
okay,
Nothing's
that
sacred. It's
time-
all good.
And
Like-
see, I brought it up, and you were like, African Bambaataa, no way. But then I was like, that's right. See, so that makes up for me saying John Boyega. I got it right. I was right
got
on the
it.
money with that guy.
yeah. So
So,
anyways,
yeah, Africa
we
Bambaataa
we haven't done as much BBC Pigeon as we would
Yeah.
like, but
well, because BBC Pigeon, they're trying to cover up. They're like, do not worry. There is no Omicron strain coming
yeah,
from Botswana. Do not worry.
no worry. Yeah, it's rough. But anyways, yeah, let's see what are we getting into here. Oh. Good lord.
Dude, you
Paragagrowal.
gotta love it.
Paragagwal. That's a tough one actually. That's like a tongue twister, bro.
An
Narwhal?
agrawal, that's like an angry narwhal.
Agrawal. An aggressive narwhal.
You
so
aggroed
like-
you aggroed the narwhal, and
Damn.
now you get that's what happens. Now
I think
on
a lot
Twitter.
of narwhals are gonna be aggroed by this guy, bro. He's
Dude.
not, because let's keep it straight. Even though he's Indian, he's still a straight man. So I think-
Allegedly.
allegedly, I don't know. All these
That
guys
is yet to be seen.
I don't know. We already know he's not very base. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what's up with did what's his name? Jack Dorsey.
Jack
So Jack
Dorsey
Dorsey
stepped
stepped down today.
Yeah.
And then, or that was
Couple days
yesterday,
ago.
a couple days ago. Did he say why or no? Not yet.
To fulfill his dream of role playing as a horse.
That fool
Jack
took
Horsey.
that fool's cutting edge on that. That fool was
Jack Horsey.
Jack Horsey.
Is
That
that-
fool cutting edge on the ivermectin dosage.
Oh my
earlier, bro.
God.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
he was one of the first Centaur people. Hey, you know what's funny too is he owns one of the biggest companies or whatever, and then he looks like a horse. And then there was that movie. What was that movie? Sorry to bother you, where they're making horse people. So coincidence?
Right.
I think not. Yeah.
Well, the thing with Jack Dorsey is it's funny how much Twitter really came with the fucking ban hammer on anything they deemed like white supremacist or whatever, but then Jack Dorsey looks like a fucking American History X.
He kind of does. If he shaved his head, didn't he shave his head one
did shave
time?
his head recently.
Yeah,
That's what I'm pretty sure that's what he looks like right now.
That's
He just has like the little nose.
the nose ring. Why does he have the nose?
That's to throw you off the trail.
That's unbefitting of a CEO, bro. You have that much money and you still choose to wear cheap
Yeah.
sterling, bro. It's not even like a diamond stud, bro. It just looks like it's from like Hot
Yeah.
Topic. Like,
Well, if you're bald but with a really long beard, if you have the nose ring on, you look like a tech CEO. You take it off, American History X. Oh shit, I did the thing.
oh my.
Don't know Twitter. Yeah, that's why we do post our shit on Twitter, but nobody gives a fuck.
Fuck Twitter.
And we got 0 followers, and I do not care.
No, we do have one follower.
Oh, we got one
it's,
follower?
it's Ethan.
Yeah. Ethan's the
Thank you.
number one follower on
Well,
Twitter.
now you're
Yeah.
gonna be put on a list.
Yeah.
We're just too edgy for you, bro.
Bro, what if
Dude,
what
we're
if the
just too based for it?
what if the Department of Homeland Security was like, these guys are a security threat?
They're like, whoa, dude, these guys got 28 subscribers in a month. We got to take them down.
That's kind of how YouTube's acting right now. It's
Yeah.
kind of rough, bro.
It's like we got aggroed by a narwhal, dude.
We
It's
did
like our
get
whole
aggro
channel.
by a narwhal, bro.
Fucked
All
up.
we did was talk about Jews and white supremacy
Yeah, come
and
on.
Nazis
And running people over with
running
the
people
car
over with
and
your car and pissing on
pissing on
faces
people.
on
Yeah.
stage and cum and shit. It's about
Fine,
cum. It's about
okay.
shit. It's
Yeah,
about piss.
yeah.
It's about power.
It's about interdimensional aliens.
Shouts out to The Rock, bro. The Rock's verse was heat, bro. Nothing but fucking bars.
Would you say it was rock hard?
I would say that it was it's igneous rock, bro, because it's fucking fire and it's rock. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the center of the earth,
Igneous.
bro. Igneous, bro. A little bit of what's it called for you? Geology. Yep. Oh yeah. Speaking of
That's
geology,
Iggy Pop's full name. Igneous Pop.
igneous pop.
Igneous Papadopoulos. He's Greek.
Very nice.
He's Greek. He lives in the Fediverse.
Fucking Iggy Pop,
okay,
bro.
so-
Iggy Pop
yeah.
lived in that fool smoked a lot of Parmesan cheese. If you catch my drift.
So do you guys? Man. You said Parmesan
Throwback.
cheese, and I just started thinking about like Jim Boys tacos, and they put that
that
parm on
sound
there.
bussin',
Oh,
bro.
man. No, I still
That's
got a
an
video.
American taco.
I got a video sitting on my Chrome still about 100-hour slow cooked lasagna that I'm trying to watch.
Damn, Garfield has entered the chat.
It's heavy breathing, bro.
So how much do you guys know about this Parag Agrawal, other
Uh,
than how to pronounce his name? Because I don't even know that I know that.
I think I don't even know that either. I don't know anything about this guy. I
So-
know they worked there for, they're
He's-
saying like
yeah.
7-8 years.
He was
something
the
like that.
CTO for like 10 years almost, like just about a decade.
So I mean, he was involved with a lot of the decisions that were being made recently, anyways,
Yeah.
and shit. So
Well,
I mean,
and Jack
it's like
Dorsey,
probably just
I-
more the same as what's coming down the line.
Yeah.
I
And
feel like Jack Dorsey fucking got bitched out by Congress and shit, and fucking just
He kind of, well, Jack Dorsey wasn't even really at the lead of Twitter for several years, like in between. Like they kind of made him CEO again, but then he's like, I feel like Jack Dorsey probably was like I don't even know that he's really the problem with Twitter, because I saw a lot of like, you know, just conservative pundits and stuff being like, yeah, fuck Jack Dorsey, he's gone. It's like, but now you got this guy. And here's a fun tweet from brand new CEO of Twitter, Parag Agrawal. This is from like 10 years ago. So if they're not going to make a distinction between Muslims and extremists, then why should I distinguish between white people and racists? That's from October
2010.
2010.
That's
Yeah,
wild,
Back in
bro.
the day.
That's kind of crazy how long I mean
Twitter's been around for a long
Twitter's
time.
long been like it's been around long past its like lifespan should have been, dude, and it's getting just really bad. Cause it's like I don't know. It's like yeah, like spicy takes like this back when everything was like less inflammatory and shit.
Mhm.
Like people were probably like yeah, fuck yeah with this shit, you know. Like And
Who's this man quoting?
Yeah, because I'm really curious. The context is kind of important on this, whether this is like an original thought or not.
See, but that's the whole thing about Twitter is the context isn't important anymore. Everything is just run by fucking robots and AI and algorithms and shit that don't know how to distinguish between someone being spicy and trying to make an ironic joke and someone who's just, being hateful or whatever. And this one, I don't honestly know. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is a
have
little
to know the guy.
you and your little South Asian brain twisters, huh?
oh my god.
What?
I think that this one, it's real obvious. Like, first of all, there's lots of butthurt in the air with this one. That's like very clear.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong. It's like 2010. Yeah, like there was still all kinds of whatever, like Middle East conflict and stuff. And you could say like that was when like a lot of like stop Islamophobia was like just coming up and stuff. But like I don't know too. It's like this kind of nuance. I
think I get what he's going for. But see, I think that's the difference between pro and anti-censorship people. I'm like, I want to see what people have tweeted. I don't want him to get taken down necessarily for tweeting something, speaking his mind, giving his own hot take. I want everybody to be able to post their stupid, shitty hot takes of all sorts of varieties, just so we can have them on record.
I think
to
that's
use them against you later. No,
pretty much. I think that's what Twitter was kind of for, though, was to just give your shitty hot take and fucking just like dip. And it was. I remember getting into hella arguments with hella people just to like. I've been said that Twitter's a cesspool ever since it was like in its peak, like 2011, 12. Like that's probably when this shit was like the most like lucrative and like running it the best, and people were having a positive experience on there the most, was I'd say around then. And it's like even then it was still, you're still arguing with people, you're still misunderstanding each other, people still think they're being snarky and dropping bombs, and then they're just looking like fucking idiots, like and it's people like I used to get in hella arguments with people I knew, and it's like I don't even like fuck with that's why I haven't fucked with Twitter in years, like ever since I graduated high school. Like
Twitter just inherently, just the way it's designed is stupid. It's like they designed it before they became a giant social media company. They just designed it. They're like, oh, I don't know, maybe we should only have it be 140 characters or whatever because we need to keep it really small, really light, but it's like, okay, but then you have sites like this, like YouTube, where you can upload terabytes of videos, every single person can, and they have all this like infrastructure for it. But then Twitter is like a fucking carrier pigeon on a rock. Like it's just like intentionally so dumbed down and so stupid that it only pushes people to make people say stupid shit.
Well, something that's stupid about Twitter too is that it's like, dude, they're like, they don't give a fuck about like they've been caring so much lately about like, oh, like protecting sensitive information and like not like, censoring stuff and like, it's all been political stuff. They haven't been even obvious. Like they haven't even tried to hide that it's been all political stuff.
Yeah.
But like they will just straight up allow like porn on there and like fucking hentai art of like really fucked up stuff, and it's like they don't even care. Like it's just on there, and there's like porn stars that like regularly just post their shit on Twitter because you can post nudity.
Well, because Twitter used to be kind of based, but they just like removed some based things and then just kept the porn because they're like, well, because I mean,
Gotta
like,
make money.
Gotta make the money.
Because the thing about titties is that they're not inherently political.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, not inherently. Yeah,
but they can be. They've definitely.
You have to go out of your way to politicize them sometimes.
Except for that one
titties.
Rick and Morty episode where they literally have a race war over the shape of their nipples.
Oh my god, the triangle cones and the fucking square nipples.
Yeah,
I don't know if we got it, but there was they did change the rules of Twitter about. I think we have that. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So this is right after after the CTO was named CEO. They banned sharing images or videos of private individuals without their consent. Basically meaning like if you secretly recorded someone, you can't share it.
Right.
So how are they going to vet that content and decide what constitutes consent and how? Yeah, just like how are they going to verify that?
Based on the political leanings of whoever's posting that secret content without the person's consent.
It's pretty obvious who this is. Well, I mean, this is just a big fat subtweet. You feel me? Like fucking Twitter's just subtweeting Project Veritas because they are primary source documentation, which is 100% just the video of what's there, and
Yeah.
you know, that's primarily what they use. They don't chew it up and spit it in your mouth. They just show you what's there, and that's their primary thing. It's primary documents, and they're basically, yeah, a lot of people are saying that like this is really obviously a swipe at them.
Well, it really depends on the implementation, right? Because if this is some sort of automated algorithm thing, then obviously that's bad news. But if it's something where you have to, you know, like on Facebook where you can say, I'm in this photo and I don't like it,
Oh yeah,
that sort
Right.
of thing where you have to, you know, prove that you are a person in the video and did not provide consent, in which
Right.
case that's a bannable offense.
But
So
yeah.
to me, that makes some sense. You know, makes more sense than the alternative anyway, but
right.
not a great idea regardless.
it seems like they're only going to be getting more and more strict on like them cracking down what's being like on their platform, I guess.
Misinformation and
Behind
disinformation.
the
Yeah,
line.
because they've said they're like, we want to stop the spread of misinformation, not the spread of illegal activity or anything like that.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Because they love people selling drugs and selling, you know, nudies and selling fucking
Right.
everything
Well, it's
else
just
on their
crazy
platform.
because Twitter is not beholden apparently to United States laws. It's just an international thing. So all they have to do is, because you know, when it comes to filming people, like, I mean, anyone who's paying attention knows that this is pretty much to go after people like organizations like Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, right? Stuff like that. People that are trying to be whistleblowers or, you know, kind of report on kind of sketchy things that they don't want you to talk about. But the thing is, in a lot of states, there are like it differs between a few different states, but there are some states where both parties have to consent to be filmed, and then there's some states where it's one party. So, but that's how are you gonna get the consent to film someone doing something or saying something or admitting something illegal or, you know, that would ruin their reputation or something like that? I mean,
You just can't share it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's
Right.
kind of what it's coming down to. And I think, like, depending on how strictly this is implemented right here, this could fucking kill it, dude. This could shoot Twitter in the foot. Because think, hypothetically, Project Veritas just says fuck it and just runs it, bro. And then hella people share, retweet. By their standards, if you're sharing it, like, and retweeting it and shit, they're either going to take it down or they're going to fucking mark and strike everyone for sharing it. And then people are going to be like, what the fuck, you know? And then, like, eventually it's going to just fucking kill itself because, I mean, already people are fucking already leaving Twitter and
Yeah.
no one likes this shit anymore.
Okay,
like,
well, what is the extent of this do? Twitter bans sharing images or videos of private individuals without their consent. So one person uploads a video. Cool, they got the consent. Person retweets it. They don't have consent. They did not get expressly written consent from that person. You know,
yeah. Well,
So-
it's just designed. I mean, it's gonna be very one-sided. I
Yeah,
think,
of course.
because they're gonna get mad when Project Veritas films someone who works at Pfizer, you know, and they don't know it's like a secret filming. They're gonna take that down for sure because they want to take that down because
Right.
it doesn't help the narrative. But I just remember, you know, a couple weeks ago where it was with the Kyle Rittenhouse. It was apparently MSNBC was going out and trying to film the jury
yeah.
yeah.
while they were, you know, being, you know, put into a car with, you know, tinted out windows and everything, you know, doing all that. So it's like they're kind of doing the same thing, if not worse, like trying to dox people. But we'll see. You know, we'll see. I think Twitter's just they're just on the decline, man.
It's just been needed to be nuked, and it's really sad because like the government's very obviously got their fingers in Facebook and fucking, I mean, YouTube, Facebook, and it's got its hands in all the big ones. But now that there's starting to be all these smaller ones, you've seen the way they've gone out of their way to fucking like just absolutely kill them. You know, like Parler was kind of crazy. It's like, since when do we fucking like hold an entire fucking, you know, like just utterly get rid of an entire platform because people were misbehaving on it? Like, come on, by that fucking standard, we should get rid of, you know, Twitter
then
should
Twitter
be in trouble.
gone, right.
Twitter should be gonzo, bro.
Well,
Tumblr
because
should be gonzo. Like,
The reason that Amazon
know.
pulled Parler is because they were like, this had connections to January 6th, and people were planning the ride on J6 or whatever.
J6.
But the vast majority of those meetings that were being held to, you know, to get together
We're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook and on Twitter.
Which is, it's like, how are you gonna like Twitter? has already weeded out like its conservative crowd or whatever, but
Right.
Facebook, bro, like I feel like you honestly can't stop it almost, bro, on
Nope.
Facebook
No.
because like there's so many just normal people and like so much like the user base was already like fucking just flooded in before all this was in mind, you
Well,
know,
it's like
controlling
Flooded
people
with bots too.
flooded
the-
with bots too, yeah.
It's the only mainstream platform where you can create an event for people to meet up at a physical location. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
dude,
saying?
like it
So-
was like yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Area
in like an
51,
organized
like,
way, right?
They can't stop all of
Facebook,
us.
yeah.
Like they literally can't.
That's true.
Yeah.
What happened to that energy, man?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened to those cats?
They can't stop all of us unless
I guess they did.
somehow mysteriously a strange virus floated over
Mhm.
across
Ooh,
the
and
sea.
then people couldn't fucking and then you can't gather in large groups
Dude,
anymore.
so-
And you
okay,
can't
so
raid
what-
Area 51?
So what if Twitter knows that they're going down and like all the shareholders are like, this is done. And they're like, look, it's time for diversity. Here's the Indian guy. They're like, and you just like leaving him holding the bag. Sucks.
It's probably part of. I mean, it definitely seems like it's part of it. I mean, Dorsey's pretty fucking big person for him to just bow out.
They're going AWOL on Agrawal.
Yeah.
Aggro wall. Let's get
Let's see.
Jizzball up in there, bro.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah. So his role is the company's role is not bound by the First Amendment. They've like okay. Someone said too that it's like because remember a while back there was a push to like nationalize Twitter and basically be like all the fucking shit has to like apply to it. But it's like fuck that. Just let it
No.
fucking die, bro. Just stop using it, bro. Just
God.
fuck them. Like fuck them all to
Mhm.
death,
I
bro.
literally only downloaded Twitter just to share the cast.
Yeah, I mean, fucking
Yep.
like it's just such a shithole. Like I don't know, like we're already getting pissed off. Like you know, we're getting all pissed off at YouTube today, and it's like Instagram been bearing my shit too. Like you know, I'll try to post some art and like you know, I'll do like ZUDECAST promos and like it's fucking just weird too. Like it just puts weird shit up to the top of your feed. Like there was one time I posted a fucking picture, a piece of my art. And then I fucking refreshed it, and immediately it just shoved it down to like fucking the bottom. And it's like I just posted it. Like what the
Right.
fuck, like you know. And I know I'm not the only person that has problems like that because
Yeah.
hella people do. Like, and it's frustrating. And there's like tons of like my friends' art that I follow on Instagram that I don't get to see because it's just like you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the fucking computer's telling me what the fuck I want to see and don't see. Like
Yeah, the day they changed the timeline instead of, you know, from being sequential over to a featured post sort of setup. Was the day
Dude, that was
fucking-
it's been the end of Evangelion ever since, bro.
because
Like,
it's like a fake. It's like fake chronological.
Yep, I remember they used
That's
to let you
right.
switch between it too.
That's right. On
'Cause it would-
Facebook. That's right.
On Facebook, it started there, and then on Instagram, they converted and they had that multi-mode where at the top right, you could switch to only seeing things in the chronological order they were
Right.
posted, and they
Because
just
chronological
they got
makes
rid of that.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But now it's just they show you. I was listening to the Rogan episode recently about it was like the guys who did that documentary, The Social Dilemma, which is about all the like, you know, social media just manipulating your brain and all this shit. And they were talking about yeah, like there's like science journals in different places who we're just trying to post, you know, stories about whatever, and they're like, we can see that since you changed the algorithm, everything that we post gets consistently downranked except for the shit that makes people politically angry at each other. That shit gets a lot of views. That shit gets a lot of like eyeballs on it, gets a lot of ad revenue. But that's just how they do it. They're literally just trying to, I mean, it's all just about selling ads. And so they
Well,
just
you
push
know,
they push the conspiracy shit. They push the it's crazy, man.
I mean, it really is though. It's like you want to talk about like fucking fuck. What was I gonna say? God damn it! I just had it. I just lost it.
you dropped the jizz ball.
Yeah, I dropped the jizz ball.
dropped.
Dropped.
have the ball.
Come back to me. Give me 1 second. Fuck. So what you were talking about?
The Social Dilemma, and then there was fuck, what else was there from it? Dude, where it's just that's just how the algorithm has been tuned, is just to make people mad at each other. Where the cynical take, like the most cynical fucked up take, is always the one that gets up to the top just because it causes the most infighting.
yeah,
in
what
those
else-
comments.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say is that like you know again we keep on getting this too where it's like trust science. Like these motherfuckers got it down to a science of how to manipulate your brain with all this shit, dude. Like you think they don't have the best people on the job, bro? Study it with like studying the reaction and the data. It's like it is science. Are you fucking stupid? Like they're gonna try something different to try to get that fucking shit to flash in your brain, and so you stay on the app.
So it's not even the algorithm's fault necessarily. It's just human nature, right? So the goal of the algorithm is to get you to spend spend as much time on the platform as possible so you can be served the most amount of ads possible.
Right.
So things that make people angry are just naturally more time consuming. Therefore, the algorithm has to prioritize that content so that they can serve more ads.
That's so scum, dude.
It's just the way,
'Cause
it's
even
the way
us-
people work. It's like, why does everybody slow down on the freeway to look at a fucking car
Right.
crash, right? We just something about negativity, man.
Right. Let's see. And then here's like this other fucking angle that we got here with, you know, which, hey, on the first day of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, the CEO of Twitter resigned, the CEO of Walmart resigned. I didn't know that actually, and the CEO of CNBC resigned.
Wasn't
Just-
Jack Dorsey on the Lolita Express fly list?
I
Ooh.
couldn't find it, but they did have a list of a bunch of fucking people that were on it because the
Yeah.
pilot like just started it out with the round testifying. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's wild. dude.
Crazy
Just
fucking
wild.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many trials and verdicts and shit going on, and now there's the Juicy Smollier starting up.
oh
that
yeah. I
trial-
think click the next one.
But
Right
yeah,
there, yeah.
exactly. Right.
Yeah, you
so-
already know they're gonna fucking like, dude, no, because Juicy Smouye, bro, is gonna fucking be a whole fucking thing too about like, no, the ism in America, why Juicy Smouye didn't do, you know, like that kind of shit. Like you're gonna get a bunch of that whole culture war shit going on,
right.
and they're gonna be like, stop it, you just hate a black man, you know, like that kind of shit. Yeah, and it's kind of a trip too. Even the judge was like, "No, you can't release the documents of the Ghislaine trial to the public because it's gonna be too sensational." And it's like, fuck that.
I
Dude.
know, it's
Let
like,
it
have you
rip.
seen-
like,
right?
Fuck
It's like,
that.
Have you
It's
seen what
already
goes
sens-
on the internet these days? Like,
It's
we
already
watch
bad.
People, we watch people die on a fucking daily basis
Dude,
on the internet.
I was kind of thinking about that. It's really fucking crazy how many just like, and it is MK Ultra, bro, hardcore. Because if you fucking subject people to fucking like, okay, so it's like
traumatic, dude.
mental trauma. It makes you very suggestible because then you are left wondering what to do with yourself and how to process what you just saw. And so if you are, you know, learn how to do that in mass, like when, you know, making a video of somebody getting killed go viral,
Yeah.
you know, and then all the news starts, you know, running a fucking volley campaign of this is what needs to be done, this is what needs to be done, this is what needs to be done, and then you fucking, you know, bolster up people that, you know, are gonna say that, oh, this is what needs to be done, this is the answer. Like, yeah, people are gonna start fucking flocking to you, you know, like it's
They're just teaching people learned helplessness essentially. So
Yeah.
you traumatize them over years and years and years, and most parents by now, you know, especially Gen X and forthcoming generations, most parents are extremely passive these days and let the internet raise their kids. So that's their escape. They learn to just fucking block out reality and then, you know, go into fiction, and then they don't, you know, learn social skills. They don't learn any real world skills, and the collapse just cascades.
well,
and
it's
continues.
like too how you see like a lot of these like people like talking about communism and saying like, you know, like, oh, it's so simple, this is what you need to be done. And it's like, you obviously have no sense of like the scale of like how like big these operations are and shit. So have you ever had a fucking job? You ever worked in distribution? You know, communism like literally does not factor in distribution into the equation. Marx did not fucking factor distribution into the equation.
Right.
Marx in the original Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
So
He-
smart.
Yeah, he really, literally, there's there's, you know, proletariat, whatever. There's the fucking means of production. Workers in the factory, workers should own their fucking, you know, whatever. It's like, okay, but what about getting it out? Like, what about shipping it out?
Right.
No?
Dude.
It's like, who's
Not very
who-
logistically
Who's the
oriented
fucking,
guy.
like, who owns the situation in that sense, huh?
Because Marx was all about the what's it called? Like the subjective labor theory of value, where it's like, oh, but you put all this hard work into this, you know, product that you made, or you know, into your job, you should be paid accordingly to the amount of work that you put in. But it's like, yeah, that doesn't really work like that though. Like,
Well, it's also like,
you can spend fucking 12 hours painting like a shitty painting or whatever, but if no one wants to buy it, then it's like,
Well,
that work's worth $0.
I've said
Right.
too that it's like yes, like in that idealized, like, because again, it's how it's like, okay, so like a lot of people that favor that kind of shit, like communism stuff, you know, they don't like to work, or they don't really want to.
No.
They feel like they haven't, you know, gotten like the just means of what they've done for work. But it's like, there's some people where it's like they don't want to be the boss. They don't want to have that much responsibility and
Right.
power. And it's like in this system, or I mean, not the system's not perfect, but it's like you can't do that in something like that. You feel me? It's like
Yeah.
in real life, you have the power to walk away from a job that you don't like, and it's like it sucks if you.
Right. Well,
you
right.
know.
But if you're like, it's like, oh, this this restaurant chain has so much money. They make millions of dollars. They make billions of dollars. But it's like, okay, but the guy that's like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to start a Jack in the Box off of the freeway, in this random ass place. He's not making bank off of it. Like maybe eventually after a few years, but it's like only after you take the big ass risk, dump your life savings into it, dump upwards of $1 million, usually get all these crazy ass loans, do all this shit. Then maybe after years and years and years, then you start to actually turn a profit on your own shit. It's like, okay, the CEO of fucking McDonald's or whatever is making cajillions of dollars, but it doesn't necessarily scale out. But it's funny, man, because my sister's like, she's 18, so she's a communist.
Oh my gosh.
But she just got a job at Arby's, so but I fear that'll probably actually just make her more of a communist. She's like, I can't believe this capitalist system. It's like, no, it's just Arby's. Don't worry, you'll level up. You'll get
I know,
out of
you
there.
gotta level up.
You gotta level up. I know.
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
be on the
tough.
Sigma grind set. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Shill for capitalism. That's what
Yeah.
we do here at the ZUDECAST. We're gonna get banned.
Yeah. I'm a DoorDash slave.
Yeah. Don't get me
Wages.
wrong. Yeah. Well, that's what part of why we don't get to make as much content as we like because of this
That's
capitalist
right.
system.
That's right.
But it's also why we get to make. See, what a catch-22. Am I right? It's like we get to make the show because of capitalism, but we don't get to make
Yeah.
as much as the show.
I don't have to work in a coal mine.
That's nice. I really
Yeah.
don't like working with my back. I'm sick of it.
I think this is a good moment to remind people that we do have a Patreon, and if you would like,
Yeah.
we can be making you content.
We should. We should make the extra spicy stuffs for the for the Patreon.
Check it out.
Because YouTube hates us.
I know it's like we said, we named it the point of no return because we believe that moving forward, we're
Yeah.
probably gonna have a rocky relationship with this platform. So
Yep. It's
Yep.
okay. It was anticipated. I thought, maybe we get to 1,000 subs before it started getting this rocky, but hey.
Right
I
as we
think this
almost
might be
got our
our
own
yeah.
URL, right?
Right.
Or,
I think we still can.
Yeah.
I
I give it 24 hours.
yeah. What was I gonna say? I think we're about to be on 50 videos too, man.
Yeah, 50 videos, 100 subscribers.
Look
we hit
at that.
101 actually, so we're
Hey.
doing,
oh yeah.
we're doing pretty good, dude.
That's what's up. If
Yeah.
anybody's actually watching this and you're in the chat, fucking say what's up. Don't be a little
drop
bitch.
a what's up, drop a what's good. Oh.
So let's get
Oh,
on to the Omicron, dude. That's the SUV.
Omnicron.
I really like that virus the way it looks right there. That shit looks tight.
Yeah,
It's like got all the colors. Yeah.
Trust the science.
Uh,
Zudes with the science.
I don't care. I'm over it. But it's the
Yeah.
African version, bro. It's like, hey, you look like you know, like
So-
it's a BBC pigeon version.
Yeah. So if anybody's wondering why the fuck it's called the Omicron variant, it's the Greek alphabet. So right, the first strain is alpha, then there's beta, and then there was ligma and all the
There's
other
sigma,
ones.
grind
Sigma
set.
grind set, strain, delta, airlines, and then there was going to be the new metal
Oh,
strain because new is a
That's-
Greek character as well.
Yeah.
But they decided against that because it would be confusing. They also decided against
The G variant.
the G. Well, it's not
The
pronounced
Xi.
G.
The
Xi.
Xi.
Isn't that Elon's kid?
Uh,
No, that's no Psy. No, isn't that the Open
no,
Gangnam
Psy
Style?
is the Gangnam Style.
No, how the fuck do you pronounce that shit in Greek?
I don't know. I think it's J maybe.
yeah, nah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
It's
Anyways, it's Xi Jinping, the variant. So they didn't
Yeah.
want to do that because they're too scared to say it's a China virus. Still.
yeah.
Which at this point, stop being such a pussy, bro. Come on, say it's a China virus, bro. That's
Just
cool.
say it, even if
Just
it's not
say it.
true.
Just say it.
dude.
Just say it.
Pussy.
Fucking pussy, bro. Just use your fucking mouths and say untrue things.
Yeah,
They
use
just
your
have-
mouth and spray it all over.
They have
Spread it.
their dicks in between their legs because China has a supersonic missile that's just floating around.
Oh,
in
that's
space
right. Yeah,
now.
they got the fucking
Oh,
space
yeah.
weapons. Yeah.
So they
Damn.
gotta.
I hope
See,
I
they-
hope China understands mutually assured destruction, which I am sure they do.
I think they know a thing or two about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they were really close. I think they've seen it with their own eyes, perhaps.
But I mean, maybe that's the button that they want to push for the future. Who knows?
Potentially,
If
man.
it's advantageous to them,
I would hope
they'll
not.
do it. They're
I
like,
don't-
yeah,
I-
we're like a majority ethno state with like over 1 billion people. We could stand to lose a few.
Man.
Fuck. I wouldn't put it past them.
Imagine
Dude, I
having
wouldn't
like
put it past them.
imagine having like your country that you live in is like one of like like 1/3 of like all the people in the world. Like that's kind of crazy.
Right.
And
But-
it's 95% just all the same race too. Like,
That shit's wild to me, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why like I'm sick of like all like the people that show for China. I remember I had to like yell at someone like we know because it was like a Chinese person being like, here in China we have the one mission and the one goal. In America, everybody's always working for themselves. Here we work together to build a better society. It's all like, you know, they have
that going for you?
I was like, you know, they have concentration camps, right, bro, for all the Muslim people. And he's all like, just didn't respond. I'm all like, no, seriously, I want you to, you know, like fucking blew his shit up. I was like, I want you to tell me if you know about the camps or not, you know, like. And it's just like, if you don't, like,
they're fun camps. They
it's like,
go
you
there
know-
voluntarily.
and there's like,
Like in Australia.
oh my god,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
we'll
we
get
did
into
put
that
that.
too.
Yeah, there's other campsites. I want to go camping. But by the way, I would love to go camping. It's too cold
Well,
right now.
you know,
man.
we should go by train.
Oh shit.
Don't get on that train.
All right, let's see here.
So
Oh, hey.
we got our boy, Dr. Tony Fauci. We got an exclusive cut from an interview. We got our well, you'll see. We got our exclusive interview with Dr. Fauci. Don't bother to watch Face the Nation, CBS. They got an hour and 10 interview with this guy. We scrubbed through it.
It's all bullshit.
Laboriously. It's a bunch of bullshit. This is the one part that you need to hear, okay? You guys, this is really important stuff, okay?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right.
Back in July of 2020, you had been your wife.
I'd have to laugh at that. I never my wife, ever. I never even considered for a moment,
Never considered it for a moment.
not even for a second. To me, that's unbelievably bad because all I want to do is people's.
Oh.
That's what I've done for the last 50 years. I should be prosecuted.
Damn, bro. From the horse's mouth.
Oh.
The jinx, bro. Whew, man. Man, that's some shocking stuff, bro. I'm really glad that Fauci came and gave us that, you know,
Right.
we were able to get that.
He came.
Oh my, for the past 50 years.
yeah.
It's just sucking people's cocks,
Yeah.
bro. Who knew? I mean, I knew. I kind of figured.
Yeah.
And he doesn't fuck his wife, bro. Come on, ladies. Come on. You think, come on. Where does this guy stand? Guys, fuck this guy, right?
Fair enough. You must eject the horse paste from the horses. And Joe Rogan doesn't know about this secret treatment. But
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, so this fool did like an hour-long fucking thing, which again, it's like
Yeah.
if all this crisis is, we've said this a bunch of times, if there's all this fucking crisis going on, why the fuck are you doing so many goddamn interviews,
Right.
bro? Like, don't you have a fucking job? Like, I mean, that's hell it is his job, just to talk to people and be the fucking face of it and be like, actually, here's what you do. Like, you know, like at this point, it's really clear that that's what his fucking job is, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I see at this point, I do trust Joe Rogan more because Joe Rogan goes to saunas. Fauci goes to bathhouses, and there's a big difference between those two things. So
oh yeah,
just,
Fauci perpetuated AIDS, bro. He did nothing to stop AIDS, bro. Never forget that, guys.
he
Fauci,
did a lot of research.
he turned his back on the gay community when they needed him most, bro. He let y'all. Never mind. Let me see.
Yeah,
I think
betrayed his own people.
yeah, he betrayed his own people. Oh man,
Yikes.
man. Here, let's see. I think someone else did their own edit. Why don't you hit the next slide there? Oh wait, fuck.
Shit.
Oh,
was there another
that too though. Well, there was one more, I think. Oh wait, no, did it not?
Oh yeah, this one.
They made him into a fucking rat. He
Damn.
does look like a rat, bro. Hey, and we said that we found out he's not Jewish, he's Catholic, so we can make fun of him all we fucking want. Yeah.
Who thought he was Jewish? Certainly not I.
I thought he was.
See, and that just proves that we've really gone too far down the rabbit hole, and we
There's-
lit our preconceived notions. Everybody knows that Dr. Fauci is a devout Catholic.
Oh, so you know what that really means about Dr. Fauci though? He's a devout Catholic. That means that he was a.
He's been enthusiastic about putting things into children for his entire
Oh my
life.
God.
I was gonna say it means he had to be an altar boy at some point.
Oh.
Which is,
I'm
you
sure he's
know-
altered a few boys' lives.
oh my god.
And this
Fauci-
is why,
that's
this
the-
is
that's
why
the-
YouTube hates us.
That's the old school Fauci ouchie, bro.
Yikes.
Oh, trademark.
Hey,
Oh man.
just know that I'm not entirely putting the blame on Dr. Fauci, but I think we lost Freddie Mercury because of him.
Oh man,
That's unforgivable.
He certainly didn't help.
He did not
Honestly,
help.
he did nothing to help, bro. He said, they'll be fine. They're at the bathhouses. They're washing up right now.
Well, I don't know about you guys,
Yeah.
but I can forgive him for killing Freddie Mercury, but I can't apologize or forgive him on behalf of the entire world. Fuck him.
well, that too, and
well,
then
dude, because he
and
went
the
to
beagles, bro.
Yeah.
The little beagles
and the monkeys,
the little
now.
beagles and the monkeys, bro. The maximum pain. And this
Yeah.
fool's evil, bro. Like what the fuck? This fool's done maximum pain experiments on chimpanzees, flesh eating flesh eating flies on beagles' heads.
He also
while
made
they're
them
lapped-
smoke cigarettes.
He made the monkeys smoke cigarettes. The dogs.
The dogs.
The dogs. He
Well,
cut
you
the
know,
dogs' vocal cords out. They did gain of function on fucking bats, which, by the way, bats are animals too, and bats are adorable. They don't need that shit like
Yeah.
either. Bats are wholesome.
I like bats.
Bats are cute, dude. They don't need that shit. What the fuck, bro? It's
Okay.
like, where the fuck's PETA at, bro? Like, what the shit, bro?
All right, here, I'll play devil's
For
advocate.
once,
as
I could
PETA.
use some animal fucking terrorism, bro. Let's go. Like, for once, I'm down for the fucking eco-terrorism. Let's do it. Eco-terrorism. Terrorism.
Let's
Terrorism.
All right, hold on.
All right.
It's a thing that we here at the ZUDECAST do not condone. Let me chill for Fauci for 5 seconds, okay? They had to have the dogs smoke the cigarettes because the beagles kept stealing Dr. Fauci's cigarettes from his car.
This
they
episode's getting
had to
taken
make
down.
they had to make them smoke the whole pack so they would learn a lesson.
You know what? I think you may have a point there.
And that's just called tough love. And that's just a thing that our generation is not familiar with. And that's just, that's the good old Catholic morals.
Dude,
right there.
I can't imagine being a kid trying to sneak a cigarette and having to go through that punishment right there.
Oh my
That's
God.
rough,
Get the
bro.
Bobby Hill treatment.
Get the Bobby Hill, yeah. Make him smoke the whole fucking pack, bro. That's fucking gnarly, bro.
As somebody who used to smoke around a pack a day, it's gnarly.
That's
Most I've
gnarly.
smoked is like a pack in one night because I was just fucked up back and
Blitzed,
back
yeah.
them, and I was
Yep.
like depressed. It was not. I did not feel good the next
You
day.
just breathe
No.
them like air, dude. But
Yeah.
it's not great.
It's not
Yeah,
good.
Super gnarly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
here we are, in holiday season. It's it's just the perfect time for the new Omicron variant.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if there's another lockdown, we out skis. We out of California, bro.
I
Fund our
notice-
Patreon so we can move somewhere else.
You notice how it was very conveniently timed, around the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Not only that, but after Black Friday and Cyber Monday were over.
Yeah. Right. Of course, you gotta get that
social gatherings.
True.
You gotta get that stimmy, fucking get everybody to run out, spend as much money as possible while they got money,
Yep.
and then fucking you start because then too people are gonna fucking hold on their money. It's like, oh, we're gonna fucking close up. Like
When
we might
exactly
close up
did
again.
it break? Because it'd be hilarious if it was between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Because people get all their shopping done. Now they're like, oh shit, now I can't go back out. Let's just go and fucking hit all the Cyber Monday deals as hard as we can as well.
Right?
Cyber Monday deals on toilet paper.
Yep.
Damn. Hey, my dad.
Just
Hey, I just want to say my dad was ahead of the game with buying toilet paper in bulk, bro. This fool used to order cases of toilet paper off of
Nice.
Amazon, bro. It's
He's
kind
a
of
big
the
shitter, huh?
It's kind of. Oh, my dad's a big shitter, bro. Notorious, bro. My
could
dad's
you
an
tell?
old school poop dad, bro. Like my fucking no, for real. Poop dad reminds me of my dad, bro. Straight the fuck up, bro. That's why I have such a soft spot for that
Flatulence.
that disgusting content. Like I'm just like I sympathize, bro. It
soft-
reminds me of
yeah.
like I'm sure he's a good dad.
Having a soft spot does mean that you're getting enough fibers, though, so that's good.
That is good.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. So, look, man, I don't know how. Here, pull the shit back up. I do think this is first of all very true. Cause come on, man,
love
the
the
soy
face, dude.
faces,
I
bro.
love the
I cannot
face.
deal with the soy faces, bro. I just fucking. If someone said they're just the modern version of the rage memes
Oh,
now, like
yeah, they
definitely
literally
are.
are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but dude, I don't see it. Like, it's starting to not fly. I feel like, dude, like I don't know. Like they might really try to. Like I know it's like new variant time, and they're trying to distract people from like the trials,
Mhm.
and they're trying to distract people just from like being like, oh hey, like all this shit's been kind of fucked up. Just keep the negativity rolling, keep the death rolling, the conversations about needing vaccinations or whatever, and then it's like. but I don't know how they'll pull off like another like big close. I think people will just say fuck you. Like I think people might
Yeah.
like because I don't think now too like there's not even really enough cops to be like fucking dealing with people that just want to run their business. You feel me? Like I don't think
No,
that
to
like
actually enforce this shit. No, and
Like,
a
I
lot
don't
of the
think
police departments have said that they're not going to enforce it in California
and
in
it's
New
like
York.
they already have like the homeless problem to deal with right now, which they're not doing shit about anyways, and
Yeah.
they can't. They're very under equipped to handle too. They so it's like I do not see even if the government's like locked down, like because Joe Biden tried to do his shit. You notice they're all hush hush about how that got ruled unconstitutional real quick with the fucking him trying to make everybody in
OSHA
the whole
mandates.
country. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fucking OSHA was like no. Hella people were just like, bruh, no. What are you fucking stupid? Like,
well, no,
we can't
OSHA
do.
was the ones.
Oh, really?
that-
OSHA was
that-
pushing for it, but
No,
somebody else.
OSHA were the ones that were writing the fucking regulations. It's the what is it? The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's Well, what it was is fucking Ben Shapiro, dude.
Oh no,
The
Ben
Daily
Shapiro was
Wire.
going in. Yeah.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring from the Daily Wire. They filed lawsuits. So it's kind of like they're kind of responsible, at least partially, for getting those mandates repealed, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
So now it's pretty much just up to those individual businesses, which I'm like, hey, if that business wants to mandate vaccines, I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna go. And
Yeah.
half the places that say that they do on the fucking door, they don't fucking check.
well, it's like too. There's lots of places where it's just like I need to have this sign that says wear a mask, but it's like, I don't really fucking care. I'm not gonna tell you shit. Like
Right.
honestly, too, it's like I mean, if I didn't work at like I might as well work at a government building with how regulated like weed is around here.
Yeah.
And how regulated just my job is too, because my job is a little bit more tight than other, it's a little more of a tight ass like situation than other dispensaries. But I don't care. I'm done caring. Like I mean, like
No,
people are gonna
everyone's
get
done.
sick. Everybody just needs to be kind of done caring. Like
I've seen the mask stuff getting taken down from a lot of like the windows and stuff from
Yeah.
like bigger businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
They
like
just don't give a shit anymore.
it's like fuck it, bro. Like
I don't know.
like,
I think the people that get trapped into this model, it's like Dungeons and Dragons or like fantasy football or something, where these people just have such a limited, set of hobbies or interests and such a confined worldview that they're so comfortable in and don't want upset at all. That all
Right.
the rage that we would normally have as sane individuals that is now being channeled at, obviously all these lockdowns and unfair mandates and all that stuff, all that just gets channeled to what they consider to be the opposition, which
Right.
is all of the people that are protesting the lockdowns because they're trapped in their cycle. They're trapped in their bubble and their worldview right there. So
It's so
a-
gnarly.
It's hard
dude.
to escape.
well, it's like too. Like I think part of something that's missing from this too is like mass violent incident too, like in the middle of like somewhere in the middle, just to kind of like keep everybody frazzled and like on guard.
Oh, there
and
was
then-
a school shooting in Michigan
just
today.
today,
or
yeah.
Yep.
yeah. I hate to say it though.
keep 'em
'cause
frazzled.
I looked at it, bro. Those
Miss
are
Frizzle.
I chose not to include it because first of all, that's just depressing and sad. But also, I hate to say it, bro. It was like 3 people got shot, and I'm like, that's not national newsworthy.
That's
like,
barely,
unfortunately
not
not. Like,
anymore.
Unfortunately, that's
Oh, wait,
barely
what?
enough to
What
count
was
as a
it?
mass
I
shooting.
said not anymore. You're
it's
right.
sad.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like
not, not enough people died.
like there's not enough people died, but also it's like, dude, like that sounds like a problem for their town.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that
That's
sounds
the thing,
terrible. That
dude.
sounds horrible. But like that
People
sounds
aren't
like
meant
that.
to see that many people die.
It sounds
bro.
like that community needs to bond together and come together, and they need a lot of support. But we don't need to fucking fixate and put ourselves in their shoes right now. I mean, it's not the time for that conversation. That sucks, and it's really unfortunate. But it's also unfortunate just how fucking common this kind of violence is. And they need to stop doing things that are amplifying people to this violence, like lockdowns and divisive
Right.
fucking algorithms and all this shit. They're the ones who are fueling the fires
Yeah.
of people's
Well,
fucking
they've probably
mental
been-
instability.
They've been doing Zoom school for the past fucking almost 2 years now, and then it's like, all right, go back to reality. But also reality, I bet you in this place is like, all right, everybody's wearing a mask, everybody's got like the little bubbles in between their desks, everything's weird.
It's fucking
Everything,
farce world.
everyone's like giving you shit constantly. Oh, above the nose, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's what did it, but
Well, it's like even like before, like when everything was relatively regular, like you'd still have mass shooters and you'd still have like people snapping and losing their shit and getting all society. And like, I mean, fuck, dude, if I was a teenager right now, I would be so fucking
my
edgy.
God,
It would be fucking hard to contain, bro.
Right?
Like, it's so easy to be on edge, bro. And it's like not knowing what the fuck is going on, dude. These poor kids are gonna have a hard time as adults. I feel like.
Well,
Like,
it's interesting to me how the lockdowns, caused isolation and social anxiety and all this pressure and stuff. And when we go back, we've made it this far without like any major incidents during COVID, as far as like mass shootings popping off left and right, this and that. It's mostly been
Yeah.
about the riots and
Right.
like the riot murders and stuff like that has happened, Black Lives Matter type stuff. But there hasn't been any of the classic like psyop school shooter sort of thing
I
taking
think-
place anymore.
I think it's
You
because
don't think the Walker show is a little bit of a psyop? Then you think that guy was a little MK Ultra'd by fucking?
I think he
Maybe MK Ultra is not the right term, but
I was about to get to this, but I don't think he was necessarily like, influenced by like a bad actor or something like that, like a CIA agent or something egging him on. But I think that the
Facebook is the bad
system
actor.
is, I think that the social
Yeah.
media platforms now are so just cyclical that
right.
you don't even have to feed the system anymore. It's just recursive, and people start doing crazy shit because of the pressures of society and of the social media platforms that we're on.
And that's what I'm saying is like that's how wide they've gotten with the finger quotes MK Ultra shit. And you're saying like, oh, there's no like classic kind of lone wolf shooter with a weird manifesto writing it out. Like, yeah, we haven't seen as much of that with COVID, but we've seen a lot of like mass hysteria.
Yeah.
You feel me?
mass
And it's like a
hysteria.
lot of people where it's like, we've seen a lot of people willing to excuse violence and willing to excuse destruction. And, I think, again, we've said this too, where it's like, a lot of liberal people and left-leaning people don't associate, destruction with violence or harm, or as aggression, whereas they perceive like, oh, someone has a gun, they're obviously there to be aggressive and to cause violence or whatever. But it's like they don't even realize that it's like, oh, if you hit someone, like there was that video where the dude got hit in the fucking head with a fire extinguisher, bro, or with
Yep.
a brick, because he
Yep.
was putting out his own fires on
Yep.
his building and
Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
people out, and he was spraying people with the fire extinguisher, and someone fucking bricked him, bro.
Yep. I remember that.
That was in
And-
Kenosha.
In Kenosha, it was like
That's
it was like it was like the day before, the day
Yeah.
before the Kyle Rittenhouse shit.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like, and people were like, oh my god, and they're like, what the fuck, like the person who was filming
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck just happened, why are you okay with this? And then they're like, it's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you fucking do that?
Right.
And he's like, oh, he was attacking people. It's like, this is his fucking business, bro. He was
Right.
chasing people out. He was putting out these fires. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep.
And it's like people are willing to excuse the violence, which I think is almost kind of scarier to me than just
Yeah.
one person, one psycho person gets a gun and goes on a rampage. I mean, that's fucking horrifying too. But I mean, it's like to see like just people like slowly fall into like mental depravity to me is scary too. Like
It's like
in mass, the way that it's been happening.
It's like a weird Inception thing almost, where like Yuri Bezmenov's sort of take on the subversion of the nation has become so recursive that like people don't even fucking need any prompting anymore. Like you just implant the idea through decades and decades of these like psyops that go on to give people the general tension and anxiety as society gets crazier and crazier, and then they just completely take away all these like prefabricated psyops and just box people in a room and see what happens.
Well, I think with the Waukesha massacre, I mean, call it what the fuck it is massacre.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a classic fucking, he did basically have a manifesto. I mean, it's like all of his
Tweets,
Facebook and
yeah.
tweets were basically just, one paragraph by paragraph, just a crazy ass manifesto
yeah.
where he's like threatening violence and all this shit. So I don't know, man. It's a fucking clusterfuck. But yeah, so we got, okay. Fauci rat, there's nothing that doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. And I am the science, of course. I am the science.
Fucking Darth Fauci, bro.
Dude's got a boner for himself.
Dude,
Definitely.
this fool's fucking rock hard off the lizard blood for himself, bro. Just
Yep.
looking in the mirror like, ooh,
Yep.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I find that the best other treatment for COVID is staring at your own balls in the mirror and then jacking off vigorously to your own reflection.
Do you
and
think
that works
he's
for me.
Do you think he's gotten COVID yet?
I don't think so.
is
I
COVID.
don't know. I mean,
I don't
feel
think
like
that's
I feel
ever
like he-
happened. At least not to public knowledge.
That would be crazy if you
I
did.
don't think. I think if it did happen, they wouldn't make it public knowledge. You feel me?
Yeah.
No.
They'd probably hush it up.
Because their golden savior would be fucking tarnished.
Yeah,
Right.
it's fucking weird. That was a weird motherfucker. Fuck this fool.
Oh God.
Let's move into another age of science, bro. Hey, I was saying science is one of the fucking genres of this show. I'd say because like
It's
we're
a
always
sci-fi
We're living in a
podcast.
sci-fi future.
This is a
bro.
sci-fi podcast.
It's fucking weird.
yeah.
Xenobots. I know nothing. Nothing about this.
Me neither. Let's watch.
Maybe I'll.
Look at them in the primordial goop, bruh.
Or
The goop.
organic nanotechnology or non-organic nanotechnology. Scratching my balls on camera, nice.
Been there.
Xenobots
little
3.0.
fuckers. What are you doing? They look like Mexican.
Looks like Popeyes,
They
dude.
look
Looks
like-
like some little popcorn shrimp, dude.
You ever see them Mexican jumping beans?
I know. That's what I was just gonna say. They look like Mexican jumping beans.
Pac-Man?
They
Yo,
gathered hundreds of single cells.
Excuse me?
Then they just fucking glitch out like.
Turn some into a baby. They're Pac-Man shit. So just like Pac-Man's around, like.
That's freaky. I don't like that.
Xenobots.
No.
But how like?
Okay. This is how the universe ends. You do not make replicators. You just don't fucking make replicators. I'm sorry.
But how does it like? Does it like split off a bit of itself that just keeps going too? Is that like the idea there, or
Yeah.
like,
So
like
the
it
idea
just shoots like a gun? Oh my god!
The idea of
it
replicators,
cooms, bro.
are, they're bioorganic. They're self-replicating. They're like a single-celled organism that can split, right, and become two organisms. But the quintessential replicator that everybody fears is capable of consuming organic and non-organic material, making it the ultimate destructive power in the universe. Because as long as it can replicate and eat shit, there will be nothing fucking left.
So
So how would we destroy it?
You don't. You fucking
piss
can't.
on it.
You literally
can't.
can't.
It's done.
piss
Like it's a virus. It's like this is like a
You have to
techno virus,
nuke,
bro.
You have to nuke Earth, and in fact, in some deep conspiracy circles, like people are pretty sure replicators exist out in the universe already,
God.
and they're responsible for consuming a huge amount of matter, and that's the reason why we have a matter and dark matter imbalance.
Hey man, that's some trippy shit, bro. That's
But
I need to write that down for my comic book.
Yeah. Burning
Cosmic lore.
Burning
These
it
are-
now.
These are the conspiracies for smart people. I just like to make fun of Fauci.
This is some scary stuff though. I mean, between this and AI, like they. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got replicators for the lore. Perfect.
Replicators for the lore.
Replicators in the
Oh
lore,
my
bro.
God.
Trial of the Plague Machine, bro. You gotta help me write that art.
But
bro.
aren't
That's what the plague machine is all
Yeah.
about. Is basically replicators, but
I've
ones
literally had dreams about this shit.
ones that are like biometric, basically, so
Mhm.
they can infest your system and be like, you've been a bad person lately. Let's just fucking
just feeds on your fucking aura and
Let's
shit
just kill
too,
you,
bro. Yeah, it's like fuck
Let's
you.
kill you.
You're just better off as a robot.
Aren't
This is-
humans the real replicators, bro? We're the
well,
virus.
If my
We're not as
nuts
sick-
could bust nuts, then yes.
Bro, there's an infinite loop. That's what I was saying. Hey, that's what I'm saying though, bro. Is because it
If
just
you land
it
it-
like wobbles around, and it's just like, and then it's like, oh yeah, oh I'm all hot and full of liquid, and it's like, oh I got enough liquid here to make another little me, and then I'm just like, and it just like shoots like some of its like
my
techno parts into the other thing, right? That's kind of how it works, right? Because it's like my
That's
question
basically
here.
it. You
My
got it.
question here though is like, how does like the robot part of it replicate itself? Does it just make like another like tiny little? It just gathers the parts to make
It just
like-
has that quantum scale orgasm.
like that's. I don't. I'm tripping out
I've
though
had a
because I'm
couple
trying
of
to
those.
understand like the actual like the actual like robotic part. You know,
Yeah.
like how does it keep making like? Does it just scavenge for enough like
Well,
ore and like metal and make enough like
essentially
makes metal out of little pieces of fucking shit?
as
like,
long as you have enough source material to recreate, it basically is a 3D printer of sorts, and there's no reason that this can't be done with current technology.
But what
And
about
in fact, this is one of the ways that we plan on populating Mars is through sending some sort of self-replicating technology, establishing a mining base,
right
and creating drones.
and
that
so
are
you can
capable of-
terraform the
yep,
air and
yep.
shit. But what about like what about the programming aspect of it? Because even if a replicator can make its own little like it can hop around, gather enough pieces, and be like, oh yeah, here we go. There's another me. It's like what is going to make that one hop around and move around and shit too? Like where does the
It's gonna
code
have
like
a
how does
mind of its own.
like how does
man.
it pass it down though? Like that's what I'm confused about.
You
I
use
guess.
biological code. It's not digital code.
Oh fuck my life.
Right.
And
So
like programming like little DNA chunks.
Oh shit! So it's
Ionizing
like making a
certain
fucking
atoms.
virus, like almost like making a virus. Like
Kinda,
and-
yeah.
Okay, so
So how are we like, okay, we're literally watching these little fucking fried popcorn chicken ass motherfuckers walk around on this fucking petri dish, but we're like, there's no way that this came from a lab of virology in Wuhan, even though that's obviously where it came from. Like,
So-
it's, Come on.
Yeah.
So it's a like I'm really struggling here. It's like a fucking.
This is beyond. This is so far
They
beyond.
didn't make the virus, but we figured out a way to restructure DNA in the process of figuring out how to cure it, and that's not a coincidence at all.
Well,
part.
like gene splicing and shit, right? I mean, isn't that
That's
kinda-
been a thing for a long time, and human-animal hybrids have been a thing for a long time too. Anyways,
Oh
let's
my
keep going.
God.
So
That
now
is
there's
scary
this shit
fucking-
too, dude, and it's like they're getting out of control. So what's scarier, guys? The big robots or the little robots, bro? I think they're both pretty terrifying. Or the abstract robots, bro? The AI, bro. What do you think scarier?
AI is
They're affecting me the most.
the scariest, obviously,
Yeah.
because that's going to be the controlling mechanism.
Yeah.
Something that wants to control people is not going to make itself vulnerable, so it's going to use other devices as proxy devices.
Yep.
So on the immediate level, the smaller like Boston Dynamics level stuff in the event of a takeover would be what you would fear the most, because that's going to be
What kills you.
What kills you, right?
Yeah.
But the AI is going to be what is shaping the future.
So we need to make a horror movie about the Boston Dynamics robots, bro, and being fucking controlled by Siri.
Yeah.
Bro, this company is called. They're paying people $200,000 to forfeit their rights to their fucking faces and their voices, bro. So they are making androids, dog.
Where do I sign up?
Is this really called Afrotech?
Where
That's the name of the fucking website.
Oh,
I
the
got it
website.
off. Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like a
No, they're
hairspray.
called. Go to the. I got the next. I got article. Promobot is what they're called. The largest service robotics manufacturer. So they make shit that's like that like works like in a booth.
Wow.
In Europe and Eastern Europe. Offering $200,000 for an individual who's willing to forfeit the rights to their face and voice to spearhead development of their next robot. Since making its first steps in 2013, according to the Russian company's website, Russians, bro, fucking Russians.
Shit.
It has reportedly been most recognized for its production of humanoid robots such as Android Robo C. I should have fucking included a picture of that. Fuck me. A project which allowed individuals to purchase customizable robot that can emulate the appearance of anyone. I think I remember that actually. Now that I think about that,
That's a little creepy.
Everyone will now be able to order a robot with any appearance for professional use or personal.
Okay, you know what
use.
this hella reminds me of? I don't know if you've seen this like YouTube short series. I forget what it's called exactly. I showed Chris the other day, but there's a scene where they're making this god AI, and if you take the faceplate of it, all you see is this like static and the faces of just different people like morphing across the screen. It's just becoming like everybody basically.
Wait, is it an animated series?
Yeah, it's an animated,
And it's like
like-
cartoon. It's on like MS Paint.
it's like starts with an I or something.
And there's like a weird like clown face that's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
fuck. I cannot remember that, but that shit's busting. That
Yeah.
shit's creepy. I love that shit. That shit's really good.
I think I remember when you did
And
show me that.
Nexpo did a fucking video on it too.
yeah, we should do a review on that.
Yeah, I'd be down to watch that and do a review on it. Yes, because there's like it's like a chick and an AI robot body, right? And then fucking it gets like elevated up, and there's like I'm fucking vaguely remembering it. I think I know what you're talking about. That shit's freaky.
God, it's
So-
bothering me now.
So you can get a robot. You can have them have anyone's face, but can you customize like? You just be like, all right, make Melania's face with Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy.
man.
It's got like the different.
It's got the candle, bro,
yeah, it's got
inside
like
of it.
yeah, it's got a canister, and you just shove it up their ass, and it like.
Well,
like,
I was
and
gonna
it fucking
say,
changes out the scents
for that
the
one,
perfumes.
yeah, it's like a candle, bro. But like for that one, it's specifically with the Gwyneth Paltrow candle. You remember that one? She said,
or the Erica Badu Badusi
"Oh,
candle.
dude,
incense.
the Erica Badu incense,
Yeah.
bro. We gotta order and review some of that shit, bro.
Too late.
Too late. It's gone.
Oh,
It's all
but-
sold out.
Yeah, no, that was from like over a year ago. Sold out
Damn.
in 20 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, it was incense that smelled like Erica Badu's pussy.
God damn. That probably
Smelled
smells
like-
fire, bro.
Smells like mama's gun.
Ooh. Goodness gracious.
Promo
All right.
bots. Next robot launches in 2023. So now Promobot's next invention will be a product of their newest developments in technology with the intention of creating a humanoid robot assistant that will be
I just said Android.
assistant that will be readily available to work in hotels, shopping malls, and other whorehouses.
Pretty much.
With the help of a kind and friendly face, the robot will be on its way to suck your dick as early as 2023. Newsweek also reports that the company disclosed gender will not be a defining factor in the selection process. Thank God, so woke.
They're like we're gonna
Yeah.
have male robots to fuck. We're gonna have girl
Yeah.
robots to fuck, bro. We don't care. We just need as many people as
Right.
possible. Give us your faces.
It's got a retractable
It's got a retractable dingus that goes back in and just turns.
Invertible.
and it goes, yeah.
An invertible.
Yeah. On command. It inverts itself.
Tits
There's
that
a button, bro.
deflate.
There's
like a
button.
wacky-
in- yeah,
inflate.
Yeah,
The
it's
tits
like a
that-
wacky inflatable tube, man.
There's like settings on the back, bro, and it's just like.
Yeah. Reminds me of Airplane. Where he's
Yeah, there's the blow up co-pilot.
the co-pilot.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so our company is developing technologies in the fields of facial recognition, as well as speech, autonomous navigation, artificial intelligence, and other areas of robotic, explained the company. Since 2019, we've been actively manufacturing supplied humanoid robots to the market. Our new client wants to launch a large-scale project, and as for this, they need a license, a new robot appearance to avoid legal delays. You know, so I remember I watched a documentary a while ago, like a long time ago, about fucking it was like people that had like fucking kinks for androids and stuff, and like it was about the journey. It was a whole documentary about the journey to make like the ultimate sex robot.
Sex robot.
And
Sex
like,
robot.
yeah, dude, it was fucking ridiculous because this dude like made his wife go, because like he was like some weird dude, and like his wife was like, what the fuck, like, you know, because he was like into like the idea of her being an android, like Blade Runner or something, you know, having like an
Like
android.
straight Austin Powers.
Yeah, like yeah, like, and like he like fucking went to like, he said that, bro, it was the most awkward shit because like they fucking had a chick do hypnosis on his wife so that she could fucking put herself into the mindset of being an android more and role play better for him.
oh my god.
Christ.
That's a keeper right there. First of all, bro, if you tell your wife I need you to be an android in bed and
She
she
does it?
tries, bro, like come on, that's a keeper right there.
That's commitment.
I found the
That's-
series, by the way.
What's it called?
Interface?
Interface. That's a
Ah.
good one. That's a really fucking trippy shit. It's like, it kind of reminds me of some like Newground shit, bro. Basically, like fucking like it reminds me of like Salad Fingers, but like just with a totally different genre to it, you know. Salad, dude. David Fur fucked me up as a kid, bro. Classic. Milkman by David Fur specifically,
Dude,
bro.
what
That
if
was
you
the
were
worst one.
what if you were trying to fuck your android wife and then Clippy comes up and he's like, "It looks like you're trying to titty fuck your wife. Do you need any assistance with
I
that?"
know Clippy's like, do you need some help?
he's like, Clippy I'm shows very, up
Clippy's-
afterwards.
Clippy is very flexible. And
Clippy-
also non-binary, paperclip.
Clippy's up you.
So-
It's just like,
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah, I need some help. Just shove them up your ass.
It's like, what genital is that, Clippy? It's like, it's called a clitoris.
No, Clippy, he just shows up afterwards. He's like,
What do you mean he?
Hey, I noticed that pregnancy test you took turned out positive. Would you like some help with that?
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They have to take you down to the virtual back alley.
Oh my.
Oh, man.
In the
Oh,
metaverse.
Hey,
yes.
that's a real right there.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Oh my
hey,
God.
I can see if you skip this slide, Christian. So you better
That's
not
true.
fucking slip.
Oh,
Do not
dude.
skip this
I will
slide
not
right
skip
here.
the slide.
Okay, because I can
Slipping-
see if you can slip
slipping
the
skip.
slide.
Yeah. We can see if you watch the ZUDECAST and you don't hit that motherfucking like button.
I know we will actually. We'll be able to
We'll
see.
be able to
They'll
see
be able
that.
to see the ratio of who watched.
Yeah.
There's no dislikes, so we won't see if you dislike it. Hey.
That's a no. We'll see, but the public will not
fuck.
see.
Fuck my life.
But we'll know.
Damn it!
If you want to
I
hurt.
don't. Dude,
we can just repost it.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought we got a dislike, but it was just me. I hit the wrong button.
Wow.
All right. How do you guys feel about this one? This is fucking retarded.
I think
I'll
this,
say it.
this meme completely encapsulates.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
that simple, bro. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Don't fucking try to make me fucking. And then someone posted a post about this. I should have included on here, but they were like, stop making people fucking talk about fucked up shit and for shares.
Right.
Like, stop making people fucking like declare something about some fucked up issue that, you know, plenty of people have these personal fucking problems with, you know, just cause, like, for virtue
want you to-
signaling and
they
shit.
want
Like,
you
do
to
not
go
do
on-
it. Like,
They want you to go on the record on every topic, which is kind of what we're doing with this podcast voluntarily. But they
Fuck
want you
'em.
to go on the record with every topic so that later they can have something that makes you look bad.
well,
in
and
the
that's like
fucking
with this
future.
whole like I can see who skips thing. It's like it's hella obvious that that's what it is too. It's
Yeah.
like you're trying to guilt me into putting this shit on my fucking profile, and you already know they got a little fucking watcher. Like, yeah, they're watching the fucking movement of
Dude,
this thing.
this
It
is
would kinda
literally
make
the
me want
same.
to skip it anyways.
Yeah,
though.
no, it makes me want to skip it extra.
It makes me want to skip it more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is literally the same shit like back in the MySpace days when you get the chain emails where it's like, if you skip this, you're gonna be molested by a clown. So
Bro, there was what?
The next 10 people have to reshare this.
You're
or
just
they'll
like,
all
oh
be-
boy,
Yeah.
let me hit the skip on that real quick.
Yeah, they're all.
Where's my surprise?
Yeah.
Bro. I'm also like, what are you gonna fucking do if I skip it, huh? Bitch. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do, huh? Come on.
You won't molest me yourself, you fucking coward.
You won't do it. You won't do it. And even if you want to come fucking try. Motherfucker, you can't take the heat.
I'll enjoy it. It's not even
Fucking you think I never clowned around before, bro?
Yeah.
You think I don't know a thing or two about a pie in the face?
Yeah.
I love a good pie in the face.
Yeah. He's like, is that?
Are you saying that you're unmolestable?
Potentially.
It's like the meme with the dog walking its own leash. It's like become unmolestable.
No, I'm not saying that because if I ever go to jail, bro, it's bad, bro. I already know it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
I'm too pretty for jail, bro. Let's just say that.
Oh, so your clown hair is a weave that's glued on? Your mistake.
But for real, I don't fuck with this meme at all because who wants to be around somebody that forces compulsory language on you?
Fucking
Right.
disgusting, bro.
You know, I
fucking,
don't like being around people where if I put on a certain type of video or content that they're like, ew, turn it off. Or like, you know, they're like, oh my God, I don't fuck with this song. Turn it.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like,
like, I
fuck
was
you,
just trying
you
to-
lame ass, born ass bitch. Like,
I
this
know,
is the
like-
point of our whole show is to
Right.
like break the compulsory language fucking.
and like,
you know.
like we're
Yeah, I put Hanacle Tentai on the fucking TV at the gym, and everyone got all mad. They're like, how did you get in there with your Bluetooth? How does that work?
just fucking bumping that shit, bro.
Dude, I swear to God, I've been, because when I DoorDash, sometimes you go into a restaurant and my phone, you know, will automatically try to connect to Bluetooth things that are around.
Mhm.
And I went into a pizza place and it was like, do you want to connect your, to the like TV? And I was like, this has to be the TV in the pizza place.
Just put on Zudecast.
I was like, dude, so badly. I was like, I want to put on just P-Hub on there. Just put on Zune Hub.
Zune Hub, bro.
Zune Hub.
I got a kind of funny story like that, bro. When I was a kid, we had like a fucking audio system, bro, and it was like the computer was set up, and so you could play music in the backyard. And I remember I was like, I was like a fucking teenager. It was like summer. I was like by myself, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what time it is? I'm gonna fucking watch porn and jerk off, and fucking I fucking was like, why is it so quiet, bro? And I'm all like turning it up hella loud. I'm like, I could barely hear it. Like, it's so weird. And I'm like, I went to the little console and turned it up. I'm like, I could still barely hear it, but sure, whatever. I'm fucking finish this up, right? And then I'm like, whatever, do my thing, start listening to music, and I hear the music outside. I'm like, oh fuck, bro. I was just blasting porn out of my backyard fucking speakers right now.
Sick.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to establish dominance with your neighbors.
Kind of was.
Now they know.
Territorial pissing.
Yeah, territorial pissing.
coming.
Yeah, territorial coming. That's what that is. Oh man. So once again, I'm not afraid to do that. So no, I'm just kidding. But fuck this
Oh,
shit.
yeah, fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be this Compulsory person. speech. Don't be this person.
Don't. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go.
Is the meat.
So this is the big fucking
The title
thing.
story.
Yeah, we probably should have gotten to this earlier. We're deep into this, but you know
Is
what?
there any way you can zoom?
I have-
We
I have-
got some more slides that have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have them
closer up.
zoomed. Yeah.
So we got this big upside down pyramid, which is probably the biggest lie since the fucking food pyramid. And so, who the fuck was this even made by? What was the deal with this?
There's the
made for?
credit is down there, and then I forgot her name.
At
some
Tophology.
some verified chick.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, this is like somebody with some influencer who's obviously political or whatever made this fucking chart, and they're like, this is the definitive chart of what the conspiracies are for 2021.
I just
So
gotta say, as somebody who's been deep into conspiracies for like around 6-7 years now, this is the most vanilla shit I have ever
Right.
seen on a conspiracy iceberg, conspiracy pyramid. What? This is so fucking stupid.
Like, it's just sad. It's just pathetic. Like,
Yeah.
such a lack of understanding for like what any of this shit is to me. Like, it's like when you try to do like a diss track on someone and you know nothing about them, and it's just like, you're a bitch, you're
Yep.
stupid, you're dumb.
Well, because
It's like we're like extended universe conspiracy theorists, where it's like we read all the Star Wars canon novels, like all 300-400, and we're all
We
just
know
like,
the
yeah,
lore.
it's funny, it's a vibe, it's like we don't necessarily believe in all of them, but we understand how these things fit together. In,
Well,
like
it's
the
like-
grander scheme of things.
I feel like they like something that's scary that I see is that they're like right wingers do this to some extent. When I say like Christians maybe do this, your religious people kind of do this, like conservative religious people say this, but I get this a lot from the liberal, tolerant people, the libs. But like there's like this idea that knowledge is dangerous, and it's like knowing about things is dangerous, and they'll say that all the time about literally anything on this board. But if you say that about like communism or anything like that, say like, oh, those ideas are dangerous, because I don't really think ideas are dangerous. I think knowing about as much different possible shit as possible is good. It makes you smarter. It elevates your consciousness.
You can break those people.
I'm just confused on how dinosaurs didn't exist and chemtrails are in the same fucking...
Dude, that's right. Okay, because that's the thing. It's like all this stuff in here, like every topic in here, I know you guys can't really see it. It's pretty zoomed out, but every topic in here is like something that's like, that's like worth looking into, at least doing your own research on. But the way that they've just muddied the waters by just throwing certain things in certain categories where you're like, some things I'm like, okay, that's detached. But then also like some things where it's like deep state is all the way at the top of most detached, and it's like
Mars.
everyone fucking everyone knows that's it's like, dude, let's zoom in a little bit.
so
Okay,
let's
let's
start
start
right here.
with the easy shit. Okay, Bohemian Grove. Everybody knows about that.
I like how they call it
on camera.
Bohemian Club, by the way. Yeah, Bohemian Club. Is
I
what
think
they
it's
call it.
technically called the Bohemian Club, and Bohemian Grove is where it takes place.
Bohemian
okay.
Grove is the actual like just the physical.
Right.
like,
And you look,
place.
notice what they say, like they're like definitively okay. They're like, yes. So like MK, like Bohemian Grove, so like elites or whatever, and then they're like MK Ultra, which again, I don't know how everybody could be like yes, MK Ultra actually happened. Like
I love how
this stuff
right
is
at the bottom though they're
75
like
years old.
things that actually happen. COINTELPRO.
yeah.
As if this isn't disinformation.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like how are you gonna, that's what I'm saying. Like you're like just gonna acknowledge all okay, so
And this
MK
is
Ultra,
how the deep state
mass
works.
influence, and then counterintelligence operations. You're gonna say that those two things right off the bat are fucking real, and as you proceed to dismiss the rest of everything to come here.
Amazing.
Like
Well, because all of this stuff is stuff that's been over for 50 to 75 years, that everyone who's been involved in giving, black people
Tuskegee,
syphilis
yeah,
and Tuskegee, they're all dead. I don't even know what that is.
John
Myra testimony? I don't know. FBI spied on John Lemon. John
Lemon.
I almost said fucking Don Lemon and John Lennon together. Jesus Christ.
They
You
should
see
get
how they're
together and have a
fucking-
lemon party.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Lennon's
So-
a commie.
That's what the robots are for.
John Lennon's on that old school commie shit too, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's hella like fucking Grimes, but back
Yeah.
then, you feel me? Like that's how he's fucking how he acted, bro. Yeah, big tobacco lied about cancer, so it's like all that shit's like super like easy.
It's
The speculation line. We have questions.
So
Oh, so stupid. Marilyn Monroe. What do you have questions about? Was she a lizard person? Did she have lizard pussy? Is that what you're curious?
God, I'm sure
Free
it was
Britney.
fire, bro.
What's the conspiracy?
Yeah, what's the
behind Free
conspiracy?
Britney?
Free
Right,
Britney. That
exact-
shit just happened. Like, what do you mean?
The
Like,
conspiracy is
how
that
is
they
that-
controlled her life and assets because she was a fucking clearly a liability to the people that were profiteering off of her existence. So
like, what's the fucking speculation?
right. There was
line
literally
there?
a court case that just ended about Free Britney. So it's like, what part is speculation?
yeah,
Clearly,
I don't get you.
they determined legally that it was okay. And then you got Denver International Airport, which what's that shit about?
that
So-
shit. So there's like a legend.
that's
Bobby,
right.
take it away.
Go for it. Yeah, Denver International Airport. There's a huge conspiracy concerning just the underground surroundings of the area because supposedly there's a huge underground section that they don't know what it's for. Nobody really knows, and the airport doesn't really like to talk about it.
And
so.
a bunch of people like died during the building of it too, right?
Yeah.
Like a couple people died during the
Mhm.
building of it. There's like a big giant like I think it's like a horse, but there's some weird symbology about
So,
like the
yeah.
like a lot of the statues that are in there are really kind of sussy
The
baka.
common theories is that it's some sort of UFO shrine, that they have unacknowledged secret access projects going on, deep state activities, underground
human
giants,
trafficking stuff.
human trafficking,
'Cause-
which
and
actually
I-
is really interesting because there's another conspiracy theory where somebody mapped all of the major airports across the United States and correlated them to major disappearances of women, children, and Native Americans.
Mhm.
And basically all of the hot spots are centered around like major airports and stuff like that.
It's so obvious. You just snatch someone and dip. Like it's so it's the perfect. I mean, it's the perfect place. Honestly, if you're a fucking piece of shit like that, and on the border too. That's why and that's why I say too. Like it's like a lot of this shit. we have questions. Sure, that's the whole thing. I mean, I have questions about every single one of these things. Like
I think these are once again, this leaving reality section is the most vanilla section.
I think they did that on purpose because they're trying to say like leaving reality. All of that shit is like 100% less serious than anything in either of these bottom two categories here.
Right.
You feel me? And these are confirmed to exist already. So this is like a palate cleanser. You feel me?
These are the ones they
like,
want you to believe.
Yeah.
In because they're just distractions and they kind of don't matter.
Well, yeah, like Prince Charles the vampire, like.
And a lot of this stuff, even in this leaving reality one, it's a lot of stuff that it's like, even no matter what you believe on it, it's like all that shit is like happened so long ago that it's like it has pretty much no bearing on like people's political decisions or life choices or anything. It's just like, I think in the 60s this happened or this didn't happen, you know? It doesn't really pertain to today as much.
Right.
Except for Epstein didn't kill himself. I mean, obviously, that's you know, we'll see about that, you know.
Then we have the unequivocally false but mostly harmless.
Right. And this is the stuff that they like to put on TV. This is the stuff that they like to, you know, goof around about because it's safe to. Like Avril Lavigne being replaced. That shit's hilarious, actually. I don't think that's true, but
I don't think it's true either.
I don't. There's
think
no
that one's
reason.
kinda
There would be
bullshit.
no reason to.
Not to say it's impossible.
what's Mattress Firm?
There's like it's like basically a money laundering front that like the Mattress Firm chains are. I actually just got a mattress from Mattress Firm recently. Actually,
yeah?
I might be contributing to some sussy baka activities, but no, but yeah, they're saying that it's a money front. I don't really.
Isn't
know,
everything?
I don't really know how.
I forget, but
like,
most of these are like just
This is pretty tame, yeah.
obvious,
But it's like-
stupid shit.
like cryptids and Bigfoot, like big cryptids and Bigfoot Loch Ness monster. I think there's an important like cultural significance to those, and like two people believing in them. But it's like
History Channel wouldn't even fucking exist without people talking about Bigfoot and Loch Ness monster.
Yeah,
right.
for
The
real.
fucking like or not National
Even
Geographic,
the alien
but, like,
abductions, man.
Discovery
It's-
Channel, all that shit. They love this shit.
Like this
they
is
want
all
to keep you
almost
distracted
more,
with it.
This is all almost more folklore than conspiracy
Right.
theories. Like all this shit's like just straight
Right.
fake. Like you know, like whereas
None of these things are like things that the government is really trying to hide or whatever. It's just like, yeah, it is more just like folklore. It's a good way to put it.
yeah, that's what it feels like to me, especially with cryptids. I feel like cryptids are folklore. If like, I mean, like, come on, like Mothman, like it's like some crazy shit happened, and some people said they saw something, and it's like, fuck, we'll never know. No one's ever gonna know, you know. So it's not really a conspiracy. It's just something an oddity, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's keep going to the next section because I think it does get a little more real.
What's your source on that? What's your source?
Dangerous. So science denial, and which first of all, how is that like the progression here too? That's like,
I
like
know.
what's the correlation here? It's like
The tier rankings.
yeah, these tier rankings are fucking stupid.
Jet fuel
go- we
doesn't
go from-
melt steel beams.
We go from science denial to the anti-Semitic point of no return. That's quite a jump in both logic and chronology there. So
Yeah,
I'd like to-
right.
It just hurts
But,
my
yeah.
brain with the chemtrails, man. It's like chemtrails are fucking real. Dude. Like,
global warming hoax. Yeah. So that one is demonstrably like not a hoax.
Like I think that phrasing right there is very loaded. I think
Yeah.
that how the fuck do I even say this? A better phrasing of global warming hoaxers or deniers is that I think you do get a lot of stupid people that muddy the waters, like
Yeah.
all of these issues here, like every single one of these things. But with like being critical of the global warming narrative to me is not like inherently science denial. I think it actually can be very pro-science. I think that it's something that we might have to, I mean, one way or another, we're gonna have to deal with it if we want to keep growing as a society. We can't go backwards, you know.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
impossible.
You require
Like-
pushback on your ideas in science to make progress.
Can
this
one of
is
you-
this is how it works.
can one of y'all describe soy boys to me?
Soy boys.
That's
Soy boys.
the guys from they're
From earlier.
Oh, never mind. It's from way back.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
right
soy
there.
boys.
That's the soy voice.
Yeah, so like there's the fucking basically it's that soy boys is that soy fucking lowers testosterone levels, and they're trying to make a push for people to stop eating meat so that we have a bunch of fucking pussy dudes around that aren't fucking strong and aren't fucking, you know,
Able to
social
fight
skills.
against.
able to
the-
fight against people and not even
everything.
like it's not even
Okay.
like a physical thing. It's more even like if you're lacking in testosterone, you're gonna fucking pussy out more often too.
So okay, but on the science denial thing, right? We got okay. So government made diseases and the COVID-19 made in a lab, but it's like so we know that it's completely true what happened in Tuskegee. But they would give people diseases, but they wouldn't make them. Or is that
you
just
wouldn't
because they
download a
didn't?
car.
They right. it's like, would they have just manufactured a disease to give it to people in Tuskegee, or they just didn't have the technology at the time, and now they fucking do?
Yeah.
Gain of function research is something that's being very, very hotly debated here, and to just completely deny that that's a thing. I mean, science denial. It's like you're denying that the science is
Even
is
exists.
possible. It's like, what do you mean?
Okay, I want to touch on the chemtrails thing for a second because
Go
this
on.
is a hugely misunderstood conspiracy theory. With chemtrails, people are talking about specifically cloud seeding, right?
Which is real.
Cloud seeding is real. Cloud seeding was developed in the 40s, has been around for decades. The Senate did a report actually in 74 that they published specifically about the means and productivity about how they can control the weather to their advantage. And they specifically talk about the first man-created hurricane being in the 40s. So the idea of weather control is not science fiction, and chemtrails, specifically cloud seeding, is where people blur the lines because people are talking about they're just spraying chemicals in the air to do things to us. It's like, no, they're
They have done that.
they're
too.
putting, seeds in the clouds to control the weather, but the question of what constitutes a chemtrail becomes, well, what are they putting in the clouds? Because for a while they're doing aluminum, and they were thinking about putting like little particles of diamonds all up in the air, and all this to reflect the sun to combat global warming, which is in the
what
end
literally
a false
Bill
flag.
Gates. But that's what Bill Gates is literally talking about doing, is put the chalk dust in the fucking air
Yep.
to block out the sun
Hey,
to combat global warming.
The old ones like it cold here.
Yeah. But it just doesn't it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
Where I mean, it makes sense why someone would I need to look more into this person that posted it too,
Yeah.
because like, what do most of these have to do with anti-Semitism? And why it's like now you're giving this shit like,
let's work through this.
Yeah.
Let's work through the science denial
Okay,
section, and
what
then
else
we'll
do we
get to
got?
that, because I actually was looking into some of the stuff, trying to get a little bit pre-prepared, and I can see how some of this can be interpreted as it simply because of the centerpiece that Nazi Germany takes in a lot of these the role that they have. I mean, which makes sense. They're one of the biggest. They were almost a fucking superpower, almost a global superpower.
Well, then they shouldn't have put UFOs all the way down at the We Have Questions section, because Hitler was actually supposedly in contact with people from other planets and trying to build alien off-world technology. And there's even photos that you can find of prototype UFOs with swastikas on them.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Those are real pictures.
and they were getting
Really?
the schematics. Allegedly, there's this chick that they don't know if she actually exists. It's been covered up by the German by the German government, but by you already know by tons of other governments too. But she was like a telepath, and she was able to get like these weird fucking messages. Which, by the way, too, there's another book in the 80s that was done by a college that they did a study on this chick who was allegedly a telepath too, and she got messages from some other place
Some
about
other
some, and
dimension.
just started talking about shit that just like no girl would be able to pull this out of her ass,
Right.
like,
Well, it's like the movie The Men Who Stare at Goats, which is actually based on a true story. The government was trying to develop psychological and spiritual soldiers, essentially, and teach people remote viewing and remote communication, telepathy type things. So the idea goes that Hitler was somehow put into communication with a Pleiadian, which is from the star system Pleiades, and they just happen to all have blonde hair and blue eyes and be an ethnically homogenous race,
Which
So-
tripped me out too, because remember I just reviewed that Junji Ito book where the chick has the long blonde hair and it's like the extensions, and she's able to see through the fucking cosmos and shit too. And I was just reading about the fucking Hollow Earth. We just said fucking, just went right into this section.
Yep.
But I was just reading. We'll double back. But I was just reading about the Hollow Earth shit and how there is the fucking people that he communicated with, or basically the people that were described, were these long blonde-haired things that would like their hair was extensions of like their consciousness. They were sensors, and so that tripped me out because I read the Junji Ito book and I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, this fool's using that kind of idea and shit. And it's not just an idea that is like, oh, white people or right-wing people. It's like this is like obviously like a science fiction thing or like a scientific idea that's been like documented somehow somewhere. Like
Well, there's definitely like a lot of similar visions that people get on drugs. Like when they take ayahuasca, like a lot of people will see like a snake, or they'll see like the fucking the jaguar or whatever, or they'll see like
A
the
giant fucking angelic head.
yeah, or,
the face, like
Or
the
the,
Tool logo. They'll see the Tool logo.
why can't we just do mushrooms?
Let's just real quick double back though before we come back there. Fucking dinosaurs don't exist or didn't exist. I think that's more of just a religious thing. I don't really know. Like I think that's
that's a strictly like creationist thing.
I think that's more what that is. COVID
And then Finland doesn't exist.
that's weird.
I hope so.
I've never heard that.
I don't believe in Finland. Nah.
Finland.
That one just doesn't do it for me. I don't. Yeah, Finland. You gotta like.
But
You
how?
gotta do something to prove your worth.
So how is it that if someone says dinosaurs didn't exist, that they're dangerous to their self and others? Like I
Yeah.
don't find that to be true.
I-
But here's the thing: it's like we do know all of the fucked up, crazy shit that the government has done, but then we're like, no, they wouldn't try to talk to aliens. It's like they'll kill millions of people to try and do X, Y, or Z. But it's like you don't think that if they thought they had the technology, that they would give it a shot. Like, you don't think that they would fucking, they would inject people with syphilis, but they wouldn't like give people DMT?
Yeah, and it's like you already said MK Ultra's confirmed. Like you already said, like at the very bottom, you said MK Ultra's confirmed and counterintelligence operations are confirmed. What the fuck else? Like honestly, the rest of this like is all almost even validated because it's like all of this could even fall under that to some degree, And it's like all of this could be just extensions of that, even though it's not. I think all of these are their own things. 5G, by the way, 5G. How do you guys feel about 5G? I think it's a valid concern
about it.
I think
5G. I watched the rollout of 5G infrastructure as it happened. And they completely bypassed any sort of, legislation to regulate it. They just wanted to put the technology into the hands of creators and let it fly. Now, I can't speak as to whether or not this is problematic, but you never know. With higher bandwidth comes a little bit more of a destructive power.
I've seen things on the internet, no telling if they're actually real, which I'm pretty sure they are. People are putting their phones inside of like a circle of like the stuff that you scrub your kitchen with, steel wool, and then they'll give you a phone call and you have 5G and it'll ignite it, it'll start it.
like what do you mean?
It'll like light the steel wool on fire just because of the electromagnetic power in the air.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Okay, so something I have seen about 5G as well, though, is early on when the infrastructure was first rolling out, there were a lot of people who were walking around with these radiation meters, right? And they would go to the towers, and the radiation levels would peak well over like 1,000 times the requirement to cause natural biological harm to a body.
Right.
And there's people that are just like in this like strip mall and he's like, man, all those motherfuckers are getting cancer.
I think that even if it's
possible, man.
even if it's I think that